get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across. Across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three.
A run for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yellow. Argo on, 80. Hero 15. Twist, watch the twist. 15, 15. 48's the Buzz. Check 48's the Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Mahomes pass caught by Watkins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
You got nothing.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 19. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Yellow. I go on, 80. Hey, watch the slant.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Yellow. 180. 49. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give running right is Chubb. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go now. Hey,
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Yellow. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. 15. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 49. Alpha. 49.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All day, every day, any day. Attack. Mike 40, Mike 40.
Now Mahomes. Caught left side, Williams. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the safety.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So that'll back him up 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Butker's kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Jackson to throw again. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw on third down, Jackson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Butker able to put this one through. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
48 for smoke. Yeah, you don't want none. 48.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let him know, let him know. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
46. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelce, left side. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mahomes now pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Williams. Gets around him. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go on, 80.
Tackles.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Working from the gun, Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 20! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that front.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 23-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on second and inches. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Second and 5. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, 15. Slam. Wow. Move. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40.
Second and 10. Man open left side. It's Williams. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They're going to look to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Motion.
Check 48.
Hey, Sunday.
I'm scared.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 4th.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
At the Ravens' 33-yard line.
Yellow. There's a line.
Shit.
Attack.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Line. I've got blue lane.
Shit.
Hey, motion backfield.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Tight dog.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, yellow, go gun.
Check box track. It's our field.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Mahomes to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it was strictly for pride.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Baltimore, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never